Today's video is all about one thing: how to pay off $10,000 in debt step by step without losing your mind or feeling broke. Whether it's credit cards, medical bills, or personal loans, if you are drowning in debt, then this is your roadmap out. Right now, over 64 million Americans have debt in collections. That means non-stop calls from collectors, late fees that are stacking up, and constant stress from being behind. So, if you're like most people, it feels like you're never going to catch up. But here is the good news: you do not have to stay stuck. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact steps to escape the cycle and get your head above water, as well as start building wealth instead of paying endless interest to the bank. The first step to paying off debt is facing your numbers. So if you're honest with yourself, then this is the hardest part for most people, because seeing the big picture can be very overwhelming. But trust me, once you lay it out, you're going to feel more in control. So the first thing you're going to do is grab a piece of paper, a note app, or just a spreadsheet, and list out every single thing, like your balance owed, interest rate, minimum monthly payment. For example, let's say you've got a credit card of $4,200 at 21% interest rate. You also got a credit card of $2,800 at 19% interest rate, a personal loan of $3,000 at 12%. That's $10,000 total. Now, seeing that number can make you feel like, how am I ever going to do this? But here's the trick: you're already making progress, because most people never even write it down. Think of it like going to the doctor. You cannot fix the problem until you get a diagnosis, right? This step is your financial diagnosis. You get to see the debt, and then you get to figure out how to tackle that disease. Once you know your numbers, then you need a game plan or a strategy. And this is where you decide between the snowball method or the avalanche method. With the snowball method, you focus on the smallest balance first. So in this case, you're going to attack the $2,800 card, pay it off, and celebrate that win. And then you can roll that payment into the next debt. With the avalanche method, you go after the highest interest debt first. That means the $4,200 card at 21% gets the extra payment, while you only pay minimum on all the others. So which one is better? Well, mathematically, the avalanche saves you more in interest, but psychologically, the snowball gives you more momentum to keep you going. So here is the tip: if you've tried paying debt and you've always quit halfway, then go with the snowball method, right? Because the small wins are going to matter. But if you're disciplined and want to save the most money, then your avalanche method is your best friend. So next is the part that changes everything, which is your budget. So what you're going to do is build your budget around your debt. You cannot pay off debt without building your entire budget around that debt. So let's say you bring home $3,500 every single month. Your rent is $1,200. Groceries are $400. Transportation is $300. And your bill is another $400. That leaves you with $1,200 for everything else. Now, this is exactly where most people go wrong. They say, I'm just going to pay whatever I have left till the end of the month. But the truth here is that if you don't tell your money where to go, it is going to just disappear every single time. And that is why I built the Financial Freedom Budget Template. It forces you to plug in your income, debt, expenses, and your savings goals, so that your debt payoff becomes part of the plan and not an afterthought. So instead of hoping you have extra, the template shows you that, okay, I have $600 that I can attack debt with this month. It turns debt payoff into a priority and not something that is left over. So the next step is cutting and boosting. Okay, listen, to really crush $10,000 in debt, you have got to re-up your cash. As simple as that. You can do that by cutting expenses and boosting your income. Here are the things that you can do to cut your expenses. One is you can call your internet company and negotiate a lower rate. Next, you can cancel unused subscriptions. For example, those $10 charges are going to add up to a lot of money over time. Next, you can cook at home. Like just replacing 2 takeout meals a week can save you over $200 every single month. And then now, ways to boost your income, for example, include things like picking up a side hustle like Ubering, Instacart, or freelance work. You can also sell used items like furniture, electronics, or clothes you don't wear. The fun thing about America is that there's so many ways to sell your things. Whether you're in Wisconsin or you are in Virginia or Texas, there's so many people who are willing to buy used things. You can sell them on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, or any other website that you want to sell your stuff on. And last but definitely not least, ask about overtime at work or ask for a raise as well. So, if you can free up an extra $400 a month between cutting your expenses as well as increasing the amount of money you make, then you can go ahead and save money as well as reduce the amount of debt that you have. If you stick with this plan, then that $10,000 debt can be gone in 12 to 18 months. And think about this, how good it's going to feel. No more collectors calling, no more minimum payments eating up your paycheck, and no more stress every time you check your balance. And you don't have to do this alone, okay? Listen, if you want help creating a plan with your numbers, then I offer one-on-one coaching that is going to help you out, where we spend hours on end breaking down your spending, reviewing your bank statements, and setting up a debt-focused budget using my financial freedom budget template. I even offer a free 30-minute consultation so you can see how it works before you commit. I'm going to leave the link in the description if you're willing and ready to finally get out of that debt. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with others who are interested in getting out of debt. And as always, remember that the best time to invest in yourself was yesterday. The second best time is now. You got this.